Hello again. Good to see you. I'm Maurice Barratt and I've got another Monday morning meditation for you. I want to talk about contention, division, debate and the roots of it. I've been amazed. I've been reading through Proverbs and I've found many great things that I didn't realise. And it seems as though the root of contention is pride. Let me give you a definition of contention first. Contention: strife, controversy, dispute, quarrel, incitement, irritation, generally any struggle or contest. And the Bible talks much about it, and it tells us it's not good, and the root of it is pride. Let me tell you the scripture that triggered this little talk. Proverbs 13 verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention, but the well-advised is wisdom. Only by pride. That's the root of all contention, pride, thinking we know better. Well, I've found lots of other scriptures about contention, and they're not good. Proverbs 17 verse 14. The beginning of strife is when one lets out water. Therefore, leave off contention before it's meddled with. Proverbs 16 or 18 verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, but his mouth calls for strokes. That's serious. It's a fool that allows his lips to cause contention, and his mouth calls for strokes. He needs to be beaten. He's a fool because his lips cause contention. Proverbs 27 verse 15. A continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. And another one about women, Proverbs 21:19. It's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Well, I've got one for the men. Proverbs 26 verse 21. As coals are to burning coals, and as wood to a fire, they ignite it. Wood increases the fire. So is a contentious man to kindle strife. Good scriptures, aren't they? Well, Paul warns about the consequences of contention. Verse 8 of Romans chapter 2. But unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath. Well, that's strong. That's the consequences. That's what they deserve, indignation and wrath. And Paul asks people not to be contentious about things that don't matter. Of course we contend for what's right, but often we contend for our opinions. And 1 Corinthians 11 verse 16, it's that passage that many people debate about over whether women should wear head coverings, wear a veil. Well, I believe that the hair is given for a covering. It says it, but at the end Paul says, but if any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom, neither the churches. It's not important. Don't be contentious. Don't debate it. Don't get angry about it. Don't say people are wrong and stupid because they see it differently than you. It's not important, Paul says. You know, contention causes strife. Strife causes division. And Paul tells us to mark those that cause division. Romans 16 verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions, contentious, and offences contrary to the doctrines which you have learned, and avoid them. Keep away from contentious people. You know, debate causes contention, because debate's about pride and it's not advisable in a believer. Discussion's different. We should discuss the scriptures and the things that we believe, but once we have debate, it causes contention because it's the root is pride, we know. Paul says those that don't want to acknowledge God, he hands them over to many things, and one of them is debate. God hands you over when you don't want to acknowledge him. Let me read it from Romans 1 verse 28 and 29. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God handed them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetous, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate. It's next to murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperings. Terrible list, and one of them's debate, because it causes contention. It's to do with pride. You know, the Greek word that we get contention from in our Bible, the same Greek word is often translated as strife or wrangling, same word. Well, it is so easy to think we have knowledge and are right, and we're contending for the faith, but we have to be very careful that pride doesn't creep in. You know, Paul said, let's esteem each other greater than ourselves. Let me read 1 Corinthians 8, verse 1 and 2. Knowledge puffeth up. Debates about knowledge, but love edifies. And if any man think he knows anything, he knows nothing as he ought to know. So you discuss, you don't debate, because if you think you know anything, you know nothing as you ought to know. So let me encourage you, have a humble attitude. Esteem each other greater than yourselves, and you'll never be contentious. So have a wonderful, contention-free week. I'll see you next Monday for another Monday morning meditation. God bless you.